Meet Comfey, a healer in the anime and competitive play. Let's see how we use it today. 485 BST is unremarkable, though it has a unique ability, Triage, giving +3 priority to healing moves like Draining Kiss and Giga Drain. With respectable defenses and 82 special attack, Calm Mind can take us places. Let's turn this Anxious Lay into a Luau Sweeper. What's going on, everyone? Today we are highlighting Comfey. This is a demon. I'm not even going to hide it. This is one of the most terrifying Pokemon I've used. But before I get into anything related to Comfey, I want to say thank you to everyone who has watched my latest video. It has skyrocketed more than I could have imagined. Thank you so much for the engagement. I hear you about Arcanine. I am making a video for that, and wait for it. It's going to be really fun. But I'm just going to jump right into this episode over here. We are using a team around Comfey that you might have seen before. I'm trying to use this Regirock, this Moltres. I'm trying to use anything over here that could actually do something really interesting. And you see this Frostlass over here. I give it Chilling Water. I want it to have Chilling Water so that I can lower attacks of other Pokemon and possibly work its way into the remainder of the team. Now, I wanted a Spin Block. I wanted something that could, really hurt the opponent, but at the same time, I want to try and get it to sweep. But I also gave it Destiny Bond because I do not want it to remove the Stealth Rocks. I mean, what am I talking about? It doesn't have Stealth Rocks yet. I have the Toxic Spikes up. I don't want it to remove the Toxic Spikes, and it does exactly that. I'm so glad it did not miss. Triple Axle hit when I wanted it to hit, and here I bring in the Regirock. I figured they would try to do some setup, Swords Dance, Agility, or something, but it's poisoned. My dumbass decided to click Thunder Wave thinking, hey, that'll be a good idea. Let me paralyze this Pokemon. That didn't really work as well. Gallade is incredibly strong and poisoned, so I thought, what can I do? Let me put up the rocks. I know that I'm going to live one hit, even though it's incredibly powerful. The defense stat on Regirock is insane. I'm going to try to make this work. I'm going to try to get a Regirock to do something, but that's not what we're doing today. Today, we're looking at Comfey, and this Ring of Flowers might as well be a Ring of Fire with what it does to opponents. Heracross has no chance. As beautiful as that shiny is, it will do absolutely nothing to us. So I want to try and see what I could do to whittle it down, drain it as much as possible. I thought, hey, let me just hit it with a couple of Draining Kisses, and with Triage, for those of you who don't know Triage or skip the intro or something, it allows you to go first using healing moves, or it has an increased priority using healing moves. And coming up against Iron Valiant, it does have the increased speed over here, but again, that doesn't really matter. I think they knew that this battle was over before it even began for me. It was kind of crazy. Just Comfey lets out the fear in everyone's eyes, and here it shows exactly why people are afraid. If you've reached this far in the video, might I ask you drop a like over here. I'm really enjoying making this content. If you're enjoying this video, I don't know why YouTube likes it. YouTube does like it. For some reason, it enjoys when people like some content, and if you want my videos to get recognized by everyone else, I'll please. Sure. I don't know what else to say there. Now, this game is actually really interesting. We never see Chandelure come out with Psychic, but it does, and since we all know that Clodsire has pretty decent special defense, I didn't want it to consistently take damage because I figured that I could keep it around. It will be useful, especially looking at that Jolteon over there, and anything that could really hit with special moves like this Togekiss, and maybe the Gardevoir if I want a Fairy switch in. I'm trying to keep it alive, pivoting it out in and out over here, trying to go for the Poison Jab for that, for the Togekiss because it's a Fairy type. And over here I try to do some predicting, depending on who you come up against. It can be pretty helpful to predict what's going on. But what I did not see coming was that Mamoswine outspeeding a Moltres. You don't see that very often, and I didn't even check the speed tiers because I was certain that Moltres was outspeeding, even though I didn't think a Flamethrower would have killed or taken this out because of its ability Thick Fat. I knew it would do some decent damage, but that's neither here nor there. I bring in the the Umbreon over here that has a pretty cool set. You could see the Calm Mind, you could see the Trailblaze, so you could see what I'm trying to do with this Umbreon, but it just wasn't working for this one. I tried to do what I could to lower the special defense of the Gardevoir. Honestly, I don't know why I used Psychic over there. I probably should have just used a Dark Pulse, maybe looking for a flinch, but I wasn't certain I'd outspeed a Gardevoir at +1 speed, but I guess now I know I do. And this Frostlass comes in and finishes the job. I really like using Hex on the Frostlass, especially because when I have a Toxic Spike out, if you're unaware, Hex doubles the damage if the Pokemon is statused, though it doesn't work when the opposing Pokemon's faster. So Chandelure takes us out, and this is why I use Regirock on this team. Chandelure has a massive special attacking stat, and it doesn't even do 50% to the Regirock at 100 special defense and invested in special defense. So I throw out Stealth Rocks because I know that there are Pokemon coming in that could really get hurt by the Stealth Rocks. And that is, I mean, at this point, 3 out of 4 Pokemon. But here we find out that the Mamoswine is actually heavy duty boots. We might have realized that before with the Toxic Spike. I don't know. We got super lucky with the Icicle Crash Miss, and look how powerful Regirock's defense is. 200 base stat defense, and it just one-shots non-stab Mamoswine. I love this Regirock. These Stealth Rocks do incredible damage because of that, and the poison. This Cloyster goes down from 100 to 40%. So in one fell swoop, we bring this Cloyster down to 60%. And it uses Avalanche over here. A little weird. Usually you'd expect Cloyster to be Skill Link. By the looks of it, this was Shell Armor. Either way, I did not want to risk it getting hit by a Rock Blast or an Icicle Spear and it hitting 5 times. So I just used Giga Drain on Comfey. Another coverage move I like to have on there. But this is where it gets a little interesting. If you don't know, Togekiss has an ability called Serene Grace, which doubles the secondary effects, and Air Slash has a 30% chance to flinch, 60% chance with Serene Grace. So we got super lucky with that Air Slash not flinching us, so we can get that Calm Mind off. And with the Calm Mind off, we're able to recover a lot of HP with Comfey. And they do something kind of silly over here, but either way, there was no way Jolteon would be able to take out Comfey. I mean, if it did, it could have done something if it let the Togekiss go down. You used Draining Kiss on the Jolteon, but with the crit, 2 of them took it out. I mean, it did 40%, so, and that was the last of its health, so it could have done more than that. I really don't know, but they end up quitting. I'm telling you, no one wants to take this Comfey on at full strength. Everyone gives up. Thanks again for watching. Cheers.